What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the German Muscle channel. So before I get into today's video, I gotta give a massive shout out to L to the W for giving me a shout out in his video. My friend actually found his channel from It's Just a Six, and he's been watching his videos, and then he commented and asked if L to the W would give me a shout out, and he said that he would. So he didn't have to, but he did anyway because he's that awesome of a person. So my subscribers, go and check out L to the W, link in the description to his channel. By the way, L to the W, if you're watching this video, thank you for the shout out and thank you for your service. So to get into today's video, this car will not start. By the way, my neighbors are freaking crazy. They're literally sitting outside with blankets. That's how destined they are to sit outside. It's like 48 degrees out here with a real feel of like, it feels like 20 because it's like really cold out. Anyways, I actually came out here earlier to start the car up, let it run for a little bit, and I was going to make a video on it. Well, I went to start the car like I usually do, just put the key in the ignition and grab my other, bear with me now, grab my other BMW key. This is a Craftsman key. So come down here to the ignition starter switch, put the flathead screwdriver in there, turn it over, and try to start it. The battery is dead. I've already jump started the car, and the battery, I mean, it'll hold a charge, but it's not wanting to start. So I made a post on Facebook on the car group for this car, and a lot of people were saying to check the fuse under the hood. It's a big 50 amp fuse, like one of the big ones. And the only problem with that is my hood is stuck shut. So that's freaking awesome. So ever since I got this car, I've had nothing but problems out of it. This car was only supposed to have two problems wrong with it, which is the torque converter and the heater was supposedly stuck on. Well, when I got the car, the heater wasn't even stuck on. It wasn't even on at all. This is all messed up. You have to start the car with a screwdriver. Power steering's messed up. The engine leaks oil out of the valve covers. And there's a squeaking noise coming from the back. Like, this car just has a lot of problems with it. The seats are actually broke. And the headrest on this seat is actually stuck up. So, anyways, what I'm going to try to do is unplug the ignition starter switch, if I can, without tearing anything up. So I was watching a video, I don't remember the dude's channel, but I was watching a video, actually a couple of them, and one dude was trying to start his car. It wouldn't start, so he took the steering column apart and he was starting the car like how I have to start mine, with the screwdriver. And I was watching another video where the ignition starter switch went out completely and it wouldn't allow the car to start at all. So ever since I've had this car, it would start right up, no hesitation, and now it's having a lot of problems. So the last time that I had a problem like this with the BMW, I had to buy a new key, and it was only $62, but still had to buy a new key. So why the hell is everybody out walking around? I know it's Halloween. By the way, happy Halloween, everybody. But dang, dude, Halloween in Ohio sucks. If you guys are in Ohio and you guys are out trick-or-treating, make sure that you bundle up because it is cold. This guy right here, you guys probably won't be able to see him that good. That guy right there, cool ass dude. He uses a walker. He walks across the street to the gas station to go and get stuff. And like I said, it is cold as shit outside. And I'm sitting on leather seats, bro. It's cold as hell. So anyways, I'm going to try to get this thing unplugged, like I said. And I'm going to see if that's the problem. So first I need to find out how to get it unplugged. Okay, well that was easy. No. I know you guys probably can't see it, but I'll show you guys when I finally get it disconnected. Oh, okay. So that was actually pretty easy. So I'm actually going to show you guys real quick. If you guys have an E38 BMW 95 era and your ignition starter switch goes out, so you have this little clip on the side, it'll be pushed in. You grab a screwdriver and then put it in the top here and pry it out, and then when you pull it out, it will release this. This is the ignition starter switch. So I'm actually going to take it apart and see if the connections are good. It's actually spring loaded, so hopefully that doesn't go off, because that would suck. Then I definitely wouldn't be able to start the car. So anyways, this is what happens. So when you put the key in the ignition, I might be able to show you guys. So I don't know how well you guys will be able to see it. I can't even see it from this angle. But you should see like a little metal thing moving around down here somewhere. Not exactly where it's at, because... Alright, let me turn on some light real quick. Okay, so see that thing moving in the middle of your screen? That right there. When you turn the key over to start it up, that plugs inside of this thing right here, and it turns it like this. The whole thing stays still, but it turns the inside of that, and it turns some mechanisms inside of there. And if you can see that copper thing in there, it's almost like a tumbler, which is the thing that you put your key in. So when you put your key into a lock, it moves these little dials out of the way, and it's basically like that, but inside out. So instead of the dials being on the inside of the lock, it's on the outside, and it moves those little copper things out of the way, and that's how you get connection. So I'm going to take this thing apart and see if everything's getting connected. Dang, it even has a BMW stamp on it. So I already priced one of these. This right here, this little black thing, is $77. So yeah, here's the rest of it. It plugs into. In case you guys are wondering, I did get this car in this condition. I didn't take any of this apart. It was like that when I got it. This is my dream car, and I've always wanted this car for like a really long time. Finally got it. Found out that it was a piece of crap, and I still wanted it because I wanted something to build. The E46 that I had, it needed an alignment and a wheel bearing and all that stuff, and I couldn't afford all that because the shops around where I live at wanted to charge me around like almost $200 just for an alignment because it's a BMW, and that was just outrageous. So I traded that car for this one. This car needs a lot of work done to it, and you guys are probably thinking I'm stupid for trading my car that only had 2 things wrong with it for this car that has everything wrong with it. So anyways, on the forums, somebody was telling me that the glove box has a light in it, and when the glove box has a broken handle, that it will leave the light on, which will kill the battery. So this is the crazy thing. I've owned 2 BMWs now. This is the second one, and both BMWs I've had problems with getting the car to start. The first BMW, it had a problem with the key. The key went bad. I dropped it in snow for like 2 seconds, picked it up, dried it off, and then the car would not start. Had to go out and buy a new key. It was only $62 from BMW. You just call them up, give them the last 7 digits of your VIN number, and then they will get you a key program for your car. And the only thing is, it doesn't have the buttons. So this car, hopefully it's not the key, because I really don't want to buy another key. I mean, I would rather spend $62 than $77. But hopefully this thing just has a messed up connection in it, and I can fix it and put it all back together. So I will try to film taking this thing apart and putting it back together, but I don't know how well that's going to pan out, because when I take something apart and try to fix it, usually parts go flying, and at that point I just give up on it and then just try to put it back together and then put it back in the car. But anyways, I'm going to try to get this thing fixed. Hopefully that's what's wrong with it. So if any of you guys own an E38 BMW, a 740i, and you guys are having the same problem, let me know down in the comments what you guys have done to fix it. I've had people telling me that the connection on the battery isn't good, even though it is. I've had this car for about 2 weeks now, and it started right up ever since I've had it. So it can't be the battery. Some people are telling me that it's a big fuse that's under the hood. I can't even pop the hood because it's stuck shut. So that's awesome. But there's another comment from somebody saying that the jump port underneath the hood that's on the valve cover, that that might be loose or something like that. But I think it might actually be either the key that's messed up or that damn safety switch or ignition starter switch, whatever you want to call it. I was watching a video and a guy said that when you put the key in ignition and you turn it over to start it, if the lights come up on the radio and on the dash, that it's not the key. So I already had the car jumped and it's not the key. So, well, hopefully it's not the key. But anyways, I am off to another troubleshooting video for you guys. So hopefully you guys are liking this video. If you are, smash that like button. Let's get this video up to 10 likes if we can. I have 120 subscribers. Let's see if this video can hit 10 likes on it. So that way YouTube's algorithm will catch on to my channel and get my channel out there more. So that way I gain more subscribers. And that way I can afford to fix this daggone pig. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and take this safety starter switch apart and hopefully fix it. Then I'm going to put it back in the car. So I'll see you guys then. Okay, so I figured I'd show you guys what this car is doing. So got the key in the ignition, got it turned over to the start position, got the screwdriver in the ignition starter switch, and go to start it. It does not start at all. By the way, it's actually 36 degrees outside, so it's pretty cold out, but for some reason it just does not want to start. Like I said earlier, I don't think it's the key, because the video that I watched, the guy said if you put the key in the ignition and the radio pops up and the dash light pops up, that it's not the key. So hopefully it's not the EWS or the immobilizer, but I don't know. My last BMW had the same problem where it just wouldn't start at all, and it was the key. So if it is the key, hopefully I can get a cheap one, because I'm not trying to spend like $300 on a damn key. So anyways, I don't think I'm going to take this thing apart, because it's just not worth it. I know I said I was going to, but it's just not worth it. If this thing doesn't want to start, then I think it has to be the key. So I'm going to call BMW tomorrow and see how much a key will cost. And hopefully that's the problem. If not, then I'll be screwed out of 60 bucks or however much it costs, because you can't return it. So anyways, if you guys did like this video, leave a thumbs up on it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think it could be. I am not a mechanic. I don't claim to be a mechanic. I just try to fix stuff until I don't know what the heck I'm doing, and then I get on YouTube. But check out L to the W. Link to his channel is in the description. And my friend Chuck actually started a YouTube channel. So you'll probably have to go to the comments of this video, and when he leaves a comment on it, just click on his name and it'll go right over to his YouTube. I would say you can look it up, but you probably won't be able to find it because it's a new channel. But anyways, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on the post notification bell. And that is all that I have for this video. Hopefully you guys are having a awesome Halloween, and you guys see what I'm doing. So that is all that I have for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.